Hey y'all, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. In my journal again, just trying to get caught up, and I'm doing a pretty good job of it. I left y'all off on the 20th. I got part of it done. And then I realized this is getting to be quite the chunky monkey. And so, but a lot of what I'm seeing is I'm putting my clusters at the bottom of the pages. So I'm going to try to start alternating or trying to put them at the top of the pages more. It doesn't fit in my brain chronologically, but I'm going to see if I can do it. And maybe even I'll put that up there, because the bottom is very thick. It's much thicker than the top. So I hadn't even thought about that until now. But anyway, so this day my niece came, and I had made a video and done posted a reel to Instagram and stuff before she got there. And then she came, and neither one of us were in the mood to deal with the mess that we had brought home from my mother-in-law's house the day before. See, I didn't trim that, and look, it got bent up. So I definitely will have to trim that. But anyway, so we weren't in the mood to deal with that, so we just cleaned the kitchen. And kind of just a lazy, well, I wouldn't say lazy day, but you know, we just didn't feel like unpacking boxes and dealing with heavy stuff and whatever. So I'm trying to put that there and be okay with it. That's my cluster that I chose for this day. Partly because it's big, and I mean, originally I was going to put it down here, but again, trying to move some of them up to the top. So if I put that there and this here, then I have this writing room, and I think that's enough. If I need more, oh dear, I've gone and put the clusters on the days that I think that way I don't forget them. I've put a cluster on almost every page. I did realize that I still need my Halloween one, and no, I have, well, look at that one. The one that's left is the same pattern as that. So I might have to change that out a little bit. So really all I have left is my Halloween one to do, and I can do that just as soon as I find my paint swatches. They have escaped me. So I have some other stuff cut up for different days. So let's just get this one done, and then we'll talk about the rest later. But the only other thing that I was going to put on here was we ate at Arby's. And I thought I saved the bag or the piece of the bag, but I can't find it. So there's a real good chance that it got thrown away. But I'm trying to decide whether to center this and write around it. That's going to be difficult. So I think if I put it here, or I can just put it over here and then have all this to write. And I might do that. What do you think? I don't know. I got to get something glued on. Okay. So, I have a Burger King, but that's not what I'm looking for. I do need that on another day. Maybe I have an Arby's stuck in here somewhere. But if I needed more space, I could always come back and add a pocket, or, I mean, I could add a pocket onto here now if I needed to, but I really don't think there's that much to say for this day. I think I already said it all. So this feels lopsided to me. Feels like something else needs to be over here. But I can certainly glue this thing on. So while I'm pondering the other, we'll get this glued on. And then we can figure the rest out. Because that's all that's left for this page, was this. I just ran out of time in the last video and kept y'all long enough. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which one way would you go? I could put this, here's a thought. I'm prolonging this longer than it needs to be prolonged, but I have options. If I really wanted to, I could put this on some kind of card and flip it and still have the writing room. but I really think that's unnecessary. I don't feel like there's enough. I feel like this is too blank of a space. So this I can fill up with writing. This I can't, unless I make a little journaling spot for here. Can y'all see? Let me recap my glue. So I think I just made a decision. Although a journaling spot would look cute over here, I don't have any pre-made for fall necessarily. Oh, but I could put something from here, like pumpkin patch or something like that. That would be too tall for that space. I need something long and narrow. Nope, none of that will work. I could do this just for decoration and the fact that it's laying on my desk. I mean, if that really bothered me. Or I could just put this here. And just hush about it already, right? Let me plug something in. Hold on. Okay, get that cord out of the way. I've got cords in my way. I've got scissors in my way. Let's put some glue on it and be done with it. So, and who knows, maybe I'll come back and find some sticker. I have like a hamburger sticker or whatever, but we didn't get a hamburger. We got a roast beef from Arby's. So, anyway, that just gives me plenty of writing room. So there, that page is done. That shouldn't have taken 6 minutes. It should have taken 2. Okay, so this day I took, this is the 21st. I'm going to need to bring out a clip here shortly and start clipping pages down. I took my mother-in-law to the doctor and we got, I'm trying to decide, this is the cluster that I've chosen for this day. So I was thinking in the effort to try to put it up top, I was thinking about tipping it in here like this. And then where would I put the day and date? Oh, I was going to put, we went to Fusakli's afterwards, which is just, they serve chicken fingers basically, if you don't have one. And then I was going to put, I did a video when I got home. We were gone a very long time. It was a long appointment. She had to have, it was a dermatology appointment. She had to have something removed. So it was kind of a long day. I could put this down here. Wow. What a thought. And then I could put this and this under here. I need that to lay down. Let's put some scissors there. And then I have all this writing room. And then I have that little bit of writing room. So I could do this. Put that here and this behind here. And then put this, I could do it in the middle. Yeah, like that. And then put this down here. This is her car, because I have to drive her in her car. And let's flip-flop that. And so, because she can't get in I have an SUV. And she says she can't get in it. I think she could, possibly. But I certainly don't want her to get hurt trying to do something that she's not comfortable doing. So, we just drive her car. It actually was awkward for me. I have a hard time driving a car that I'm not familiar with. I mean, I'm getting familiar with it, but hers is a newer car. Mine is not. Mine is almost 18 years old. So it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. I love my car, except it needs a paint job. I have, an SUV. Anyway, I've had it, this December will be 18 years. And, she doesn't get driven a whole lot. Initially she did. But, and yes, it's a she. She's a she. She doesn't have a name, though. I didn't name her. Perhaps I should have named her. Yeah, I think... Yeah. Oh, I didn't put... Let's put some washi down. Hold on. Before I glue anything else down. Let's find some... What about just this gold washi? Since we have gold over here. Or I can do the leaves again. Because we... Oh, that looks good. I can do the leaves again. And I'll just put it right over that. So that won't be a big deal. I was going to say I could do the pumpkins. Because they have the green, yellow, and orange in it. But I picked up the leaves first. So I think that's what we'll do. Just to keep the page simple. And here we go. That way it has all the colors in it. Oh, I almost dropped it. Okay, so this is going... Open my glue again. I could tear that part off, but now I've got glue all over it. Too late to tear it off. And then I've got, this was my video I did when I got home. I picked her up at like 9 o'clock and we didn't get home until, I don't know, about 2:30, something like that. 3 o'clock maybe. I didn't get home. By the time I get her home and situated and, you know, and then get home. I mean, she only lives a couple miles up the street from me, but it just takes me a little while to get her in and out of the car and, you know, all the things. And get her, and then we got lunch. She always wants to go out to lunch after, anytime we're out. She loves to go out to eat, and I know we don't typically do that. We eat at home a lot, and so it's kind of it's kind of made us eat out more than we normally would, because she wants what she wants, and sometimes I'll cook something and then take it to her or whatever. I was looking for some washi to tape that in, and I don't want this leaf pattern. So I think I'm going to use that gold that I had, or maybe this pumpkin everything. That's kind of cool. A little thicker than I need. Let's start with a piece of clear tape. I think I only need one, but I just want to get it centered, or sort of centered, or whatever. I wanted it away from the spine a little bit. I might as well put one on the inside too. Let me see if I can get that flat enough. Okay. So now whatever we do is just decorative. Actually, you know the one I've been wanting to use? Oh no. Now I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. The orange and gold plaid. Now is a perfect time for that. I think. Right? I don't want to hide. This says sweater weather. I don't want to hide it. So I'm going to try to scooch it over as far as I can. That actually kind of blends in with the paper, which is fine. Let me try that again. And anyway, we actually picked up lunch. Oh, I have one other thing I need to put on here. Because right next to Fusakli's is Krispy Kreme. And I wanted Krispy Kreme donuts. So we got a dozen and split it. And I could put this here as a pocket. Whether I need it or not. I think I will. Let me see if I can cut this straight. I want this Krispy Kreme thing centered. And I can see that this is, I'm going to have to straighten out this top. But let me see if I can cut this like this. Oh, that probably didn't center it. But it's close enough. And then just kind of straighten that out. I was cutting it off the box. So, anyway, yeah, we split a dozen donuts. So, I had a coupon. We had to use it, right? Glue. And what else? Was there anything else I was going to put on this day? I don't think so. Long appointment for Sackley's. We stopped and we're in through the drive-thru. Let's see. I'm holding the top, so don't put glue there. This is going to be a very shallow pocket, but I'm okay with that. And I want that to butt right up against that washi, and then I'll probably put some washi right here just to secure it. Okay. And maybe I will use my pumpkins again. No, that's not a very thick. I want a thicker washi. Let's use the pumpkin everything. We did not get pumpkin donuts. We did not get the Halloween pack or anything like that. We got the just the plain glazed boring donuts, right? But if you have a Krispy Kreme, you know that they're plain glazed boring donuts or anything from boring. Yeah, so that's not working so well. So let's try it this way. Let me tear it. Come on. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. And I think I'm going to have to put it here too. Even though I already had washi over here, I think I have to put it here. So it will look like we got festive donuts, but we did not. I have this pack of tags from Hope. And I'm thinking that green's not going to match. I'm wondering if this tan will. And it's tall. What about this orange? Or, oh, wait a minute. I have a gold with a green. That would actually be perfect. Though it does not have, I've got to put writing space on it. But I have this writing space, and then I'll have whatever. I could make that a much shorter pocket, like this. Because I don't need a whole lot of room. And that won't hide everything that's on that page. I can leave it folded and then just have it tuck in. It actually tucks in easier if it's folded. And then when I go, I'm going to put like this strip on the back. Actually, that fits perfectly. So I'll probably put that strip on the back. I can glue that on later. There. And again, that has bolt to the bottom, but we put this up here and we put this one up here. So let's see what we can do with the 22nd here. Oh, I know what else I was going to put on here. I have this Doodlebug design, Odd and Ends, Happy Healing. And I was going to use... I don't want to dump them all out. I was going to use... Oh, I should use these needles for my injections, right? I was going to use a Band-Aid. They did have to put a pretty big, it's a pretty big spot. I mean, and none of us ever saw it. And so she went in for something totally different and came out with, oh, here's some hand sanitizer. How cute. I'm just going to put this little Band-Aid right here. And so I'm going to keep this out though, because I'm going to use it for something else here in just a minute. Do I want it here or here? The donuts put a good Band-Aid on it too. Or I could put it here. I kind of like it on the donuts. But I guess it makes more sense over here. Right? I don't know. I think the donuts were a good Band-Aid. So we're going to do that. There. I feel like I'm over to the right too far. Let me scoot you. Hold on just a second. Did that help at all? Okay, maybe a little bit. Because, I've got something sitting here that I don't normally have there. So I feel like I keep scooting y'all. I noticed in the last video I was doing the same thing. Scooting you to the left too much. And when I was working on the left side, there was a lot of it you couldn't see. Now, if I really needed more writing space, I could add some little graph paper or something like this. You know, just a little journaling spot right here if I need to. But this is a journaling spot. So, I think we're done with that day. We have that's my cluster that I made out of one of my writing spots. And I have her appointment. Yeah, that day came together pretty quick. Look at us rocking and rolling. Look at us. Well, let's see what we can do with the 22nd. It helps that I have most everything cut out, picked out, and whatever. I sat here for a couple hours this morning doing that so that I could just breeze through some of these pages and knock some pages out. Well, not knock them out completely, but you know what I mean. So this was the cluster that I chose for this day. I think I toyed between this one and this one. Only because of this page. I'm trying to remember, because like this is a pretty big oh, I do anyway, we'll just take it as we go. Okay, so that's probably going up here. And I volunteered this day, so that goes here. We do that and that. And then I did come home and do some dyed paper. So I'm thinking that I want to use some of the dyed paper on here. What about if you didn't see my last video, well, you wouldn't have seen my printables. Well, I don't know where they went. Hold on. Time out, because I don't know where they went. Here they are. These are my November printables. Here's the journaling spots. I'm going backwards. This is the last page, and it's titled Sweater Weather. And these are journaling spots, but they have a like a canvas linen to the texture to them. And this has a sweater, leaves on them, and here's the numbers, like that, like that. And then here's my days of the week it's like a scarf. So the scarf will go next to the sweater like that, or you can put it under or over or behind or whatever. So those are currently in my Etsy shop. But that's not what I was looking for. What I was looking for was one of the index cards. Aha. No, not aha. I think I used all the teal ones. I have purple and gold left. Or I could use the tag, but this is what I was thinking, was I could put this on here so it didn't look so bland. The gold matches better anyway than the teal would have, but and then like tip that in, and then that's writing space on the back of that. Not that I need that much writing space, but okay, now this pumpkin does not look good up here. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. It looks better right here. And even though I can write on this, I was thinking about having this as a tuck. Let me see what this one looks like. See, I need that teal. I need another teal one. Here, oh, here we go. I found one. Okay, because if I can bring the teal in over here, even though that pumpkin is green, then I can do this and have this one on this side. And I could just clip it in, because this side is going to have a tip in. And so well, I wouldn't want to use one of the hidden paper clips she gave me, because that would cover this thing, the cluster. But I'm thinking, because the pumpkin just didn't look good up, just randomly floating in the air up there. But that one doesn't look so bad. And I don't have that much to say on this day. I tell you what, let me get the day and date glued down so they quit falling. And see, I could put this down here again. That matches those pumpkins. I'm determined to put that little strip somewhere. I had it with my little cluster making stuff. I can't believe I finally made enough clusters. I do believe, except I still have that Halloween one to do. And here we go. Got that. And then this right here, go under there like that. Had a pretty good day at the clinic that day. It was good and productive. I'm going to end up missing a couple of days or several days in November, because I saw the new pain management doctor yesterday, and they've scheduled me for 2 procedures in November. And then, which I'll be glad to have them done, even though it interferes with some stuff that we had planned. Yeah, it'll be all right. Oh, I could tip this from the top. That's what I could do. Yes. And then tip this one here. Okay. Sure. I want my page to be full, but I want it to make sense too. A little bit. You know, at least something. Or somewhat. Okay. I'm wondering if... Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Come up. I changed my mind. Come here. Okay, so this is one of Lydia's printables. Let me close my glue count, or my glue stick. And look, even though this does not match my page at all, it was ink. Look at the... Well, it really wasn't ink that I used. It was dye. But that would kind of look cute on the page next to where I have my video, right? For dyeing papers. That would make sense. The ink bottle. This is Lydia from February and June. Her Patreon. If you haven't checked her out, go check out what she has or what she does. So I would move this more to this side like that, and then put this here. Kind of, do we want it straight, or do we, I kind of want it cockeyed a little bit. Just a little bit off, not straight. A little diagonally, I guess, would be the right word. Like I said, it doesn't match, but technically neither does this teal whatchamadoodle right here. Okay, so now we need some washi tape and a little piece of clear tape. I need to washi down this side, and got that there. And then I'm going to put this, I think I'm going to have to use pumpkins. And you know what? Am I going to use the white? No, I think I am. I think I am going to use this one. Maybe. There we go. Although this would be a great place to use the I Love Fall. Oh, well, pumpkins, you almost got used. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn this way. I know the last time I did this, you couldn't see. But I'm going to do this way so it faces inward. Because I have not used this I Love Fall tape at all. Now, I do realize I can use this in November, too. And I'm sure that it will get used a lot because it's more the colors I'm using for November. Well, I mean, you know. The colors really go for both. Let me see if I want to tuck that under just a little bit. Okay. And there we go. So I've got this, and am I going to use the pumpkins over here or the I Love Fall? This one, I think, pumpkin everything, maybe, because there's pumpkins all over this page. Doesn't match the teal. I mean, it has all sorts of colors in it. Of course it matches. Matches if we want it to match, right? So anyway, but yeah, they're doing the procedures on the 5th and the 19th, which we were supposed to go out of town on the 21st, and now that's probably not going to happen. So, I don't know. Did I want the pumpkin everything up there too? Or do I want... I could use this. I haven't used this yet. I'm going to push this right up against that washi. Let me do the clear washi first. It just sometimes is easier to use the clear washi to hold it in place. Too, and because it's thick cardstock. Okay, we have now used like what, 3 or 4 washes on this page, but that's okay. It is all right. Good enough. And flip up. You gotta come down. There you go. Set that flat. And then there. Sorry, little pumpkins. Maybe next time. Okay. So we have... Well, this is kind of a colorful page, and but that's what I did that day. And I think the teal, the gold obviously would have looked better, but I think the teal stands out, and I brought the teal in over here. So I'm happy with that. We got this cluster up towards the top half of the page. So that's a good thing. Do I have anything else on this day? I was very tired. I will tell you that. I do have a little... I'm tired. But I made the video anyway. I'm going to put that here. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. Because otherwise I look like I'm floating in the air. But that video I had to do in like 6 different parts and then piece it all together. And, You know, so it took me some time editing it. But I was glad to do it. And I hope that you enjoyed it. The paper dyeing video. I know several of you had asked if I would do that and show you my process. So I did. But I have been tired a lot lately, and I think I have figured out why. So I do think it had something to do with the medication, a new medication I had started. Do we put this down here just for decorative purposes? I mean, we're allowed to do that, right? That is a little button that says Hello Autumn. Here's a bunny. I mean, we could do it just because it's a bunny. These pumpkins match those pumpkins. And it would be 2 scraps off my desk. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Tweezers. Never mind. I got glue all over my fingers. So say tweezers probably would have been a good idea right there. My reverse tweezers. But it's okay. Too late for that. And they're sitting right in front of me. There. Now we have a little bunny on the page. That makes everything all better. So I have all this writing space, and I have this writing space back here behind this. And we have washi, and we have that sticks out like a sore thumb. But that's okay. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have time for a 4th page, maybe. Okay, this one I didn't think we were going to get to, so I did not dye this paper. But let me see how I'm going to lay it out before I commit to... I don't know if I'm going to use that one on here now or not. I don't know if I'm going to ink the page or not. I thought I was going to have this one on here. I think I might have to. I don't know. Okay, so let's just go with the flow without inking, and then we can always ink it. Would you stay still, please? Okay. Stay still. Just right there. Just stay right there. Okay, so I had... Oh, I gotta cut this out. I had, did I not make a video that day? Oh, this was the day that I worked on the project. And I worked in my journal, so, and I worked on some craft stuff. So this is also February and June. Some of her, oh look, I already had an ink bottle cut out. This is some of her stuff. I could use the journal. I could use the pens. I could use the scissors. Let's get that out, and we'll use something out of that. And I was trying to, what day does this go on? Oh, the 27th. Okay. Whew. All right. I was trying to do a pocket project. And then I was working with my journal a little bit. Let me glue these down because I know I want this to be a little flip. I mean a tuck, not a flip. So let me get that glued down. I want that to be pretty snug because some of them turn out not to be so snug. And what are we going to put in said pocket? I know. I might have to dye some more paper. Look at that. It fits perfectly. I knew those large index cards would be great pockets. I can't have anything with, well, Or can I? Because it's not a very deep tuck. Will the ribbon get in the way? No, not really. I can put... This is what I was thinking. Oh, wait a minute. No. This is what I was thinking. I could put the cluster on here. And I don't think it would interfere with the tuck. But that still doesn't help me get my clusters up high. It's just going to have to be whatever it is. Okay, so I worked on that in the morning, and I had an appointment. And then, on my way to my appointment, I went to Michael's, and I got the paper pads. I think I showed you one of them. One of them is for October of next year, and one of them is just for miscellaneous because I like the colors. So, yes, I ended up buying 3 more fall paper pads, which defeated my purpose of trying to use some of my fall stash down because it did not fit in my box that I have designated for my fall stuff. So, I just have to make a bigger box. No, it's one of those 12 by 12. I can't make it bigger. I could give it a second one, or I can separate out like Halloween and fall, maybe. I don't know. I didn't have that much Halloween stuff until I got the stuff from my sisters. That looks good there, and I like it. There's a butt coming. I think I can get away without dyeing this side, or inking it rather. Let me close up my bottle of glue. Where are we at on time? We have time to finish this page. Well, that'd be 4 pages. Well, I had already started on one of them. Oh, I know what else I needed. This right here. You remember the story I told you about my niece, and she was supposed to fly out a couple weeks ago? Well, guess... Oh, this was supposed to go on this page. This was me... No, this is this page. This is me fiddling with my desk, at my desk, and not producing anything. That's what that is. So, but... Where are you at, little plane? I know I cut you out. There it is. Okay, so she was supposed to fly out again, and she actually caught her plane. And so that's my niece. That's the baby's grandma. And let's see. So I could have this on here like this and let it hang over. That would be kind of cool. Or would it look better this way? I don't know. And that could hang off. That still can go over here. I don't necessarily need the journal now. I'm going to put this in. I had a Walmart delivery. Oh, I have 2 of them. Had a Walmart delivery. Had an appointment. Went to Michael's. Where's Michael's? And then, yeah, I think I'm going to make a tuck out of this. Is it going to bother me that that's not inked? I think it is, really. I think really it is. I wish I had pre-inked it. I'm sorry. But, it only takes a second. Or I could cover it. I could cover it with other paper. And we could really chunk this journal up. I could use this paper. But look what this is going to do to it. Because I have this... Where's my stuff for that page? What did I just do with it? Oh, this big old pink chair is going to look funny sitting in the middle of Hello Autumn. So, I have a solid green, which isn't really going to look all that fabulous with that teal. Or I could put the green here and use the rest of it for a tuck here and not use the teal. I could do that. I don't really want to thicken up my page that much. So it's going to take, I could have already had it drying, right? Except I only have my green out, and I don't want the green. And I want, how about this orange? Orange, let's see, Spice Marmalade will be my primary color. And then I might do, I think my squirt bottle's not working all that well. It doesn't, the pump doesn't, maybe it's best that it doesn't work all the way. The pump doesn't, the little trigger doesn't pull all the way. It just feels like it goes part of the way. Okay. And I just like all these little dots to be wherever they can go. And every time you put down a dot, you pick up more dots until eventually they dry. Or you just stop and wipe it off. So that is good enough coverage for me. None of the areas are super soaked. So I'm going to put this back in my little drawer because I have been able to keep up with it. So dry really quick. Okay, so what am I going to put on here? Well, I'm going to make a tag. I'm going to use a tag to go over here in that pink chair. Perhaps I should use a yellow tag. I don't have a yellow tag. I mean, I probably do somewhere. But I could use this. Oh, no, not with that teal. The orange works. I had a yellow one. I think I already used it. I do think that's what happened. Hope gave me a whole bag of tags. I also have ones that, wait a minute, this one might look, oh, I got it. I know which one I want to use. This one. Because it's got the pink on it. And why not? It's a little ghost drinking a martini. How cute is that? I know it doesn't match. I don't care. And then eventually, I have to use this bunny, y'all. This one right here. And it's going to have to be a day where I can, like, tip it in from the top. So y'all remind me to do that. Oh, I could use it here. Aha. Ho, 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 ho. Okay. Now we're just being silly. But I can use it there. These were from Brooke. At Recreations by Brooke. So I've talked about Lydia at February and June. I've talked about Brooke. Oh, Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. She's the reason for the clusters. Oh, where's my cluster for this page? Oh. Let me get my inks put back up. Okay. And then somewhere I had a cluster right here. And I think this is dry enough. I can glue this on as a tuck. And then this will tuck in. Well, it's taller than my journal. So I can fold it or cut off a strip, whichever. So let's get that one glued on. See, I told you it didn't take long to dry. Okay, so I am going to glue from the top of her head down this side and then across the bottom. But I'm not going to glue the other two sides. So I could have cut the little feet off the chair, and that could have made the tuck a little taller. The amount of space we had a little bit taller, and that would have probably been the smart thing to do, but I didn't do it. So I didn't think about it till afterwards. So hindsight again. And you know, we just do what we do in the moment, and then okay, so I think for this purpose, I think I'm just going to fold it. And we'll have this like this. She's cute. Okay, so somewhere my day and date has to go. I need to put the diva on here. She is a little bit of a diva, but it's okay. So I can put, I'm going to end up without a cluster in a minute. I could put the cluster here and just glue it to this flip. No, I don't like. We put the cluster back here and have it stick off the top. That would work. You won't be able to see it. I could, of course, fold this down more. And that would be perfectly fine with me. You still can write on it. I still can put this on it. Like that. You just won't see her. You'll see the airplane. But I told her I was so proud of her for making her flight. You still can't really see the cluster. So, let's think about... Because I want to be able to see the day and date, and I want to be able to see the cluster. And I can't have everything I want. But that's okay. I might fold that down one more notch, but it won't take a second, but just, it's okay. It's all good. I'm going to put the number up there. I thought about putting it here because it would match here, and it would also show. And then put the cluster up here. And then put this in here like that. Does that even fit? I could do it like that. And like this. And then have writing room. But, okay, go on in there. Let's just try you out here. You're just auditioning. I already know that I can't run it down the side. Oh, maybe I can. Oh. Okay. I'll give it 30 seconds. If I don't break out in hives, then maybe so. Okay, I still have Michael's, and I'm going to need another tag. So, if I have this one in here too, and I have it all the way at the bottom... Just put the day and date over here and be done with it. Except I'm thinking the cluster needs to go up here. That was kind of my thought process. But we will figure out what to do with the cluster in a minute. Or we'll change clusters. I've got a whole bunch of them in here. Okay, so we have day and date. Now I'm running myself out of time. I was doing really well on time. But we're doing pretty good as far as number of pages I've gotten done. So it's okay. I can't see the day and date, but that's all right. So I think I don't want that on here. So I might put... that really... I want it to show, though. So I really want it to go like right here. And I could put Michael's right here. And then I can put my appointment on the back because I don't have to see that. Yeah, let's do that. I know that's easy. And then I could put the Michael's there too. Because it's right across from my appointment. And I do really well not to stop there like every time I go. Which seems like all the time these days. But, I think I want her here. I want her to be able to see. She matches the page. And then let me see if there's another cluster that I like better. Not that one. This one would be a little bit smaller. And that one would work. So where did I get that one from? Is that going to match that day? Sure. I can stick it. I can glue it to... Yes. Perfect. 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 Okay. Yay. Oh, and I had Spanish class that night. So I'm going to put this down here. Because that was at night. I came home and took a nap. And then did Spanish. Instead of doing my Spanish homework, I took a nap. I can do that right there. Yes, I like that. So we're going to glue her like right here. Apparently she's going to go up a little bit. No, she's not. She's going to go down. I didn't want to move her because I didn't know if I'd place her right the second time. She's not going to be very... I'll if she needs help sticking, I'll get her with art glitter glue. And I don't have to use that bunny paper on this page. It just would work because it's a left side tuck. And so I was trying to take advantage of the opportunity. Now this one I'm going to glue. This is going to go in here. I'm going to put my glue paper. Oh, I also had a Walmart delivery that came just in time, right before my Spanish class. And I am going to put my glue paper in here so that I don't accidentally glue. Okay, well, you can come out if you want to. Put my glue paper right there. And then I'm just going to glue, I think, 1, 2, like from that edge to that edge. And of course I won't be able to see that. Let me just do glue on those 3 stripes right there. And put it down, and that way it can stick out the side. It might be sticking out too much, but it's not going to impede my tuck. So I feel like I'm working up a sweat here. This is like aerobic activity. I might actually get credit for some exercise on my watch. So I will just, I guess, talk about that, or I don't know if I want the scissors. I think I cut some, looky here, looky here. How cute is that? Okay, let's get the diva on. She's going to watch this and go, why you call me a diva? No, she won't. She doesn't really watch unless she happens to come over and in the middle of one of mine, or, you know, while I'm making a video, and then we'll pull out the journal and look at it or whatever, and then, or if I send her one that I want her to watch, you know, but she's got nanny duty. She doesn't have time to sit down and watch videos, that's for sure. Okay, that's kind of cute right there. One more thing. And then that actually might work there. I'm double dipping on this pocket, but I don't care. I mean, I could also put it up here too, and that would work just fine. It would be just fine. I think I got all the stuff on there that I needed to get, but I am going to put this bunny one here, I think. No, I'm not. I will use you, little bunny. I will use you. What do we think about the scissors? They're kind of big, but I kind of like them. If I go... I mean, I have this to show that I was crafting. What are our other options? And then, oh, it's time to go. Okay, I may have to decide that one on myself. By myself. She's got some, like, crayons and whatever. I just wanted to decorate the page a little bit more. Maybe that makes more sense. So we'll do that, and we'll stop here. And, yeah, she's got some Posca pins, too, I might try to find. But anyway... That was Lydia at February and June. So Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.